Hey guys, so today we're gonna be making bacon cheeseburgers, and I'm gonna be pairing it with some crispy potato wedges, or also you can pair it with some delicious sweet potato fries. So let's get started with this recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna start by cooking my potatoes first. So let's start with the sweet potato fries. So if you want to make some sweet potato fries, get you your sweet potato, peel it, and then you're gonna cut it up to make small French fries. So I'm cutting it in half, and then I'm just gonna cut it up to look like shoestring French fries. Okay. Alright, so next I'm getting my baking sheet and I'm going to spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. Also, don't forget to preheat your oven. So I preheated my oven to 425 degrees. Next, we're going to take the sweet potato fries we just sliced up, and you're going to place it on the baking sheet. Next, I'm gonna get some oil. I'm using canola oil, and you wanna drizzle some canola oil all over the fries. And then I'm gonna season it up with some salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and also oregano and parsley flakes. And you want to mix the seasonings onto the fries. So the purpose of putting the oil on the fries is to coat it so that the seasoning will stick on it pretty well. Okay, so make sure to mix it really well with the oil and all of those delicious seasonings. So once you do that, we're gonna put it into the oven. But before I put my sweet potato fries in the oven, I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to do potato wedges, in case that's the one you choose to make with this recipe. All right, so to make some crispy delicious potato wedges, all you're gonna do is get your potatoes. I'm using Idaho potatoes, and if you want to peel the potatoes you can, but I decided not to. So all I'm gonna do is slice the potatoes in half, and then you're gonna cut it like I'm doing to make potato wedges. And once your potatoes are all cut into wedges, you're going to do the same thing I did with the sweet potato fries. We're going to put it on a baking sheet that we sprayed to prevent it from sticking. And next I'm going to drizzle on some oil onto my potatoes, mix the oil in really well with the potatoes, and then I'm going to season it up using the same seasoning. So I'm using some salt. I'm going to sprinkle some salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley flakes, and oregano. And you want to mix that onto the potatoes really well. Make sure you coat it. And after that, you guys, we're gonna put the potatoes and also the sweet potato fries into the oven at 425 degrees to bake for about, altogether it's gonna bake for about 35 minutes. The sweet potato fries takes less time to cook. It took about 25 to 30 minutes, and the potato wedges will take just a little bit longer, maybe about 35 minutes to cook. All right, and halfway through we're gonna take them out and flip them so the other side could get nice and crispy also. All right, you guys, so my potato wedges and sweet potato fries is in the oven baking. So while it's baking, we're gonna start making our bacon cheeseburgers. So in here I have about 2 pounds of ground beef. All right, now we're gonna season it up a little bit. So I'm gonna try and measure my seasonings this time for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna start by adding some salt. Okay, I'm using sea salt. Next, I'm gonna add black pepper. I'm gonna list the measurements for each ingredient in the description box down below for you guys, so y'all can check it out there. Okay. Next, I'm adding onion powder. Then I'm gonna add garlic powder. And that's it, you guys. Salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Alright, so now I'm gonna use my hands and I'm gonna mix the seasoning into the ground beef. You don't want to work the ground beef too much, but you want to make sure the seasoning gets all through the beef, right? So it's perfectly seasoned, but don't overwork it. All right. Okay, that's it. See? So now it's time to start forming our burger patties. So to form it, today I'm making smaller burger patties. I'm not making like thick ones. So I'm gonna get more out of this. I'm grabbing about this amount, okay? It's like a ball size, and you're gonna form it into the shape of a ball. Try to get it as smooth as you can. And then you're gonna push it down to make it flat, okay? Remember, we want it kind of flat, but not thin. Not too thin. So I'm pressing it down and shaping it at the same time. Once it looks like that, so about this thick, that's good. So I'm gonna place it on a plate and continue shaping the rest of my patties. Also, you guys, another thing, after you shape the patties, kind of poke it in the middle, push it down a little. Alright, this will help it to cook better and keep its shape and remain juicy. Alright, so I'm gonna start cooking my burgers. So I'm adding some oil in a hot pot, okay? Enough to coat the bottom of the pan. So once the oil is hot, I'm gonna place the burger patties in my frying pan. I'm gonna keep it on medium to medium low heat, alright? And basically I'm gonna cook my burgers for about, I wanna say about 4 minutes on each side. If you like your burgers a certain way, so if you like your burger medium rare, medium well, cook it, you can go ahead and cook it to that standard. I like mine probably like medium well, so with just a slight little bit of pink in it, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna cook it for about 4 minutes since the patties are not as thick. 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so you guys, while my burger is cooking, I'm slicing up some white onions for my burgers. So if you want, you could also use red onions. So in the meantime, you could just basically get your toppings for your burger ready while it's cooking, okay? So that should be enough for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip my burger to the other side. And now I'm gonna let it cook for 4 more minutes. So one way I test my burgers to know if it's ready, I take a knife or fork, and if you poke in the middle, depending on how much juice, if the juice is clear or if it's red, then I know. So like this one, there isn't much red coming out, so I know it's ready. See this one. Okay, same thing, the juice is pretty clear, so I'm going to remove it from the oil. So after about 20 minutes, the fries are gonna look like this. Here's my sweet potato fries. It's looking nice and delicious already. So all I'm doing is taking my tongue and I'm just flipping them a little bit to get them golden brown all over. And then I'm gonna place it back into the oven to finish cooking for a few more minutes. And also here is the potato wedges. The same thing, I'm gonna flip them over to get the other side nice and crispy, and I'm putting it back into the oven to finish crisping up and getting golden brown. And you guys, here is the sweet potato fries. It's finished, it's nice and golden brown and perfectly cooked. And here is the crispy potato wedges, nice and perfectly cooked. So I'm gonna set it aside and let's finish cooking our burgers. Okay, these are perfect side dishes to go with any type of burger. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm cooking is the bacon. So in my hot frying pan, I'm adding a few slices of bacon, okay? And I'm going to cook it until it's cooked the way I like my bacon done. So cook your bacon the way you like yours, okay? So now you guys, I'm gonna warm my hamburger buns. I'm using the sesame seed hamburger buns, and we're just gonna place them in the pot. Should use a bigger pot, but I'm being lazy right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna warm it in the pot for a few seconds until it's toasty. Flip it, warm the other side, and then we're gonna get ready to start building our burgers pretty soon. Okay guys, so make sure when you take your bacon out of the pan, you place it on paper towels to soak up the extra oil, because we're not trying to make soggy burgers. Also, you could also bake the bacon instead of frying it if you like. So lastly, we're gonna top our burgers with some cheese slices. I'm using American cheese, and you're just gonna put it on top of the burger. I have the stove on medium heat, okay? And then cover the pot. Cover it and let the cheese melt. And once it melts, you can take it off. Alright guys, so once it looks like this, you can turn off your stove, okay? Yummy. Looks so good. So let's start building our burgers. So I have my hamburger bun right here. I'm going to start by putting a little bit of mayo on the bottom of my bun. Spread that out. And next I'm going to put one of the hamburger patties with the cheese on it on top. Just like that. Okay, next. Alright guys, so now just add your topping. So I'm adding my bacon. I just broke it in half and add it on top of the patty. Now I'm gonna add my white onions. A few slices. Press it on lightly. I love onions, so I'm gonna add another piece. And then on the other side of the bun, I'm gonna add my condiments. So I'm gonna add some mayo some more mayo, mustard, and ketchup. And that's it. Alright, and lastly, you guys, the last topping I'm gonna add some pickles. Okay? And that's it. If you want, you could add lettuce and tomatoes on your burger as well. It's up to you. And that's it, you guys. This is the pickle I'm using. Okay. Vlasic ovals hamburger dill chips. And that's it. Top up your burger, close your burger, and you got yourself a delicious bacon cheese burger. It's gonna be so good. Can't wait to take a bite. So delicious. I can taste it already. But you guys, that's it for today's recipe. Quick and easy cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger, and don't forget to add some potato wedges on the side. Okay. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you give the recipe a try. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.